Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to Dr. Stone Season 1. We're now into Episode 7, which is called Where 2 Million Years Have Gone. So in the last episode, we had Senku stumble upon a village of people that looks like they either must have woken up a little bit earlier than he has, and that they've been around for what he estimates to be maybe around 20 or so years. They seem to have little to no understanding of the world around them, the younger people that is. So he has the belief system that they were born into this world and that possibly their parents or grandparents were people from the original world. But anyways, they're primitive in thinking. They don't understand most things around science. Anything they don't understand has been labeled as witchcraft. And so this is kind of why Senku is of the belief system that there were people who knew what was going on, but they were probably in the same thinking that Tsukasa was, and that let's not bring the old world back. So anyways, he had to basically win the trust of the local wizard or magician of that village, who actually was just a young man who had managed to have a scientific mind and was figuring a lot of things out for himself. But of course, he was doing it from, I shouldn't say a disadvantage, but for as much as he knew of the world at that time. So Senku basically decided to start talking with him because he realized that that was a mind that was going to be on the same wavelength as his. But also, he recognized that if Tsukasa finds out about a guy like him, he would probably take him out because he'd realize that eventually he'd become like Senku. So basically, Senku's found at least a partner in crime, as well as a lot of different ingredients and materials that this boy has collected over the years, which can be very helpful for him, because we know that Senku does have a plan of trying to figure out a way to fortify himself and anyone who works with him against what Tsukasa will eventually bring. I'm ready to jump into the episode, but just before I do, a reminder that I do a lot of reactions here to other animes as well as a lot of other fun shows. And if you'd like to support me on this journey or any others, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as a notification bell. And if you like this video, it would help me out so much if you go ahead and throw a like on this video as well as some comments below. I love interacting with you guys, and it just helps a girl out a lot. So, all right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right about now. Who is kicked out? Where are they? Oh, I forgot that names of all the people in here are named after gems. Good job, sis. Good job. Distract. Distract. I don't think that was a real attack. I think that was very much, I'm going to protect my sister move. He's like, I don't know who this chick is, but if it helps me out, we're going to do it. A little bit correct. Oh, you already have a crush, sis. Stop it. I mean, we really don't even know if she has an infection at this point, but okay. But I mean, it's very possible. There's a lot of things. It's crazy how many things we used to die of before antibiotics were developed. Exactly. Penicillin. Why does it have muscles? I didn't consider you the religious type, Senku. I appreciate. That's very, thank you. It's nice to know you got some humility in there, pal. I mean, couldn't they use, if there's anybody who's, actually, I guess he's too far away. I was like, maybe you could use the stone that people were encapsulated in, right? Because once it breaks off of them, they heal up. So there's probably something in that stone, but maybe I'm wrong. Hi. You could, sis. You just gotta apply yourself. But I gotta admit, I had no interest in chemistry. I'm much more of a biology girl. They're draining him. 10 billion%. 3700年かけて少しずつ地球全体が傾いた。You've been tracking that? 科学使いが聞いて呆れるぜ。こんなことすら見落とした。I don't know, because I never would have figured that out. I'm lost without GPS, kids. You have no idea how hard life was before that was available readily. We have to use paper maps. Yeah, you need help, so teach your friend. Yeah. We can't fathom that. No one's lived that long. Why is his tongue running? Why is his tongue like that? Nice. Iron Age. Excuse me? Exactly. Period. You want to see how agile I am? That's moving and stopping. What a weirdo. Aw, they want to help. Don't yell at the baby. Let her help. That's right. Science is all inclusive. Thank you very much. Aw. You've got a friend for life. Yeah, he's like, that's your business. Look at my hair. I have no right to judge anyone. Hey, listen, let her have her fantasy. It's not about you. Period. It's not the way it's supposed to be in life. I think it's the way it's supposed to be in life. That's good. He should be assessing threats. I like that. Does Ruri have books? Yeah, Ruri has books. And she can read, can't she? Low-key interested, hey? Don't become between you two sisters now, Senku. You, in your childish tantrum you're just throwing right now. And how much hotter do you need? So, more than double. How are you gonna make that happen there, bro? Y'all will pass out before it's gonna hit double the temperature, sir. You need to find a way to keep the steam in. The tongues, I can't. Why are their tongues always sticking out? Take a break. There's no way they are going for 30 hours. Yes, look what you did to a child. Do it. Shut up. You were saying it wasn't that important, but you didn't want to give it up, huh? Aw, Muffins, I appreciate the effort. You did so well. Almost. Not Senku actually getting a disciple. I'm so scared. Exactly. Bribery works. This is where Melonhead. Exactly. Suku-sama. He's so good at propping her up. I love it. I don't know if she's gonna be into you, Gaston. Nice try, though. That's a smart girl. Except, you know, you don't want someone who's not attractive to you, though. So you want something else? Well, you're right on the water, though. Nope. Unless you can make them a man out of gems. Beat his ass. Exactly. But naked? Wow. No. Ew. I'm just gonna get them what they need to cook. Which is? Which is? Wow. She's like, let me show you how to gather like a boss. I heard millet. I was thinking millet's in the name. I mean, cooking food, baking food is a science. Nameless Mongol? Okay. Everything that we have as cuisine in every world has someone who was brave enough to try it. Ramen? Ramen. He made noodles from scratch, y'all. I might have to marry Senku. Okay, bro, great. It could be poison, but you're not gonna know now because you ate the whole bowl already. Wow, you've got him whipped. You got them whipped, Senku. They don't need to know that. They don't need to know that. They're loving it. Okay, we'll get to gourmet cuisine later. Sure. I'm sure somewhere in Tokyo today they could make that and charge like $600 and people would buy it. Not the cart. Hi, ramen cart. Anyone want to buy some? Colonizer. The wording is scaring me. Yes, I agree. But he's not wrong. People are willing to sell their soul for a meal sometimes. That's how serious it'd be getting for them. All right, guys. So that episode was really cute. We we're still at the village with Senku and all these other villagers. And basically, they're trying to solve this situation of curing Koharu's sister. What's her name? Riri? Riri? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, names. I'm doing so much reading today that my brain is not taking anything else in. But anyways, they want to save her because she's sick, and Senku thinks that antibiotics are at least the first thing that they'd be able to try to help save her. And obviously, if they can save her, they can basically become heroes to the village and be able to get access to the village, and he'll get some allies on his side, because that's really what Senku wants at the root of it all, are people who are on the side of science that will help stand up against Tsukasa when the time comes, because as powerful as Tsukasa is, he probably is not going to take on an entire village of living people. I mean, it's one thing to take out people who are still stoned, but are you going to sit there and take out everybody, right? So anyway, this sets them on the mission of figuring out how to make antibiotics, I should say. And he teaches us that there's two main methods. One is penicillin, which is the way that most of us out in the West, we have penicillin-based antibiotics. But he's saying there's also an iron-based one that can be made, but it's a little bit more tricky to do because he doesn't necessarily have the right, situation, the right scientific tools necessary to get it right. But that's kind of the same. It really would be the same situation with the penicillin too. Like if you don't get that right with the penicillin, it just turns out to be poison. So it's a fine line when it comes to the chemistry of drugs. But anyway, he's like, let's do the iron-based one because the penicillin one's going to take longer, obviously, because you have to wait for the mold to happen and a bunch of other stuff. I don't actually know because it's been a long ass time since I took chemistry, but digressing. So they go on this mission to collect iron, which they do. We're introduced to a new little character from the village named Suika. And Suika has a melon on her head, and we're not sure why yet. I'm sure it might come out later, but for now, she wears a melon on her head. But I really like the way that showed that Senku really didn't care about all that. He was like, hey, if you're willing to help and you're on the side of science, I really don't care what you got going on. It's not that deep for me. And so he already got an ally in Suika for that reason. And they got to work with that. But then they realized that, okay, that's not going to be enough because for them to even start to make this penicillin, they need to make an oven that can burn at 1500 degrees, which regular fire doesn't get anywhere close to that. So they're going to need something that's going to force enough air into into the fire to make it hot enough. And all of them are not enough, right? They can't generate enough power. They would need more people to probably work a bigger machine. So Senku said, hey, let's recruit people. Let's get them on our side and realize that they want things from us. Because then if we have something to offer them that they want, they'll be willing to give us something that we want. So Senku realizes that after he sends Suika in to be a spy, that food is a big thing in there. A lot of them want a different type of food and more, options in food because they're basically living off of grilled fish. So he's like, all right, I'm going to use the ingredients we have around here and we're going to make ramen, which is obviously a very popular dish in Japan till today. And so he makes it out of foxtail millet, which is, I've never heard of it, but It looked interesting. And because it was something different, the flavors, the cooked food that's different than what they're used to. Of course, the villagers think that it's amazing, but Senku already knows it but what ramen that he's used to tastes like, and he hates it. But he's like, you know what? It's going to be good for them. They're going to like having something new. So it's enough to at least get our foot in the door and show people that we're able to make different food than what they're used to, which is huge, right? Because that's a huge motivator for all of us is food. We need it for survival, but we also like to enjoy what we eat too. So yeah, we ended the episode with them bringing their new cart, their ramen cart to the village. And it looks like they're going to see how many people they're able to sweet talk over to their side. But we already know that the leader of the village, who is Koharu's father, who apparently has, what did he say? Disowned her, basically. He's really against Koharu having anything to do with the village, and he does not want any outsiders in. So there's going to be a lot of resistance from a couple of people, but I think that Senku's on the right path. And yeah, it was just another cute episode of seeing the science of cooking, as he puts it, in the science of food, and them continuing on their journey to make this penicillin. So another fun episode. I enjoyed it a lot. I learned some things. I'm not going to be making any foxtail ramen anytime soon, but hey, at least I know it's an option if I'm ever stranded in the future and the whole world's turned to stone. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please show some love to this video and leave some comments below, and we'll catch you in the next video.